Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk's Bounty video. And in this video we are going to be taking a look at all of the Mando Monday reveals for the Vintage Collection, Black Series and Retro Collection. Now of course many of these images were leaked earlier on this morning, but I did want to wait for the official images, and I kind of thought that there may be some more reveals that weren't leaked, and that is exactly what's happened. So we're going to be taking a look at those in high res, and I'm also going to be giving you my thoughts as we go along. So before we begin, if you do happen to enjoy this video, please drop a like down below as it really helps the video, and let's get into this. First up, we have something which wasn't leaked this morning, and it's for the Vintage Collection, and it is of course the Mandalorian Buildup pack, which includes Din Djarin with removable helmet, the child, and the Beskar container or ice cream maker, plus a tracking fob as well. Now the level of detail on this figure is incredible, with loads of what looks like battle damage on his armor. The card back also looks great, and I love the Mandalorian and child sticker there on the bubble. Looks great. Love that sort of thing in the Vintage Collection. And at this moment in time, I believe that this is the Walmart exclusive version and not the Beskar Mandalorian that will be coming out on his own card in the Captain Rex wave. Moving on to Moth Gideon, and I do have to say that this figure looks absolutely fantastic. The head sculpt and the photo reel are on the next level for me on this figure. It just looks incredible. Now I did laugh at myself earlier when I first saw the image because I wondered what he was holding in his left hand. To me it looked like he was holding a cookie or a sandwich or something, but of course it is just his fingerless gloves. Now the card back looks great. Now I would have preferred a closer image, but this one of him standing on top of his crashed TIE fighter with his Darksaber looks awesome. Really nice card back for this one. From the first image that we got of this figure, it did look like the Darksaber was going to be an all one piece of black plastic, but looking at these now, it does look like it does have a little bit of detail on it, so that is something to look forward to, and I'm sure it'll look even better once we have it in our hands. Next up we have the Armourer, and to be honest the figure just looks like a scaled down version of the Black Series figure. That is how good this thing looks. Although of course, and I am biased on this, I do think that this one looks a lot better than the Black Series one. The helmet especially looks better to me, and I don't know, I just think in general the proportions always look better on a 3 3/4 inch figure. The card back looks great. I don't think they could have picked a better image for this one. You know, there she is standing in front of her furnace looking pretty damn awesome. And yeah, I just love the image that they have picked for this card back. Both Moth Gideon and the Armourer will be included in the same wave as the Rogue One Darth Vader and Captain Rex. And as I mentioned before, we're just waiting to see whether we get a Beskar Mandalorian on a single card, you know, without the child and everything, just on his own without the removable helmet. Next up, I want to talk about the Razor Crest, because they did show a video of a fully painted Razor Crest, and man, does it look amazing. I'm so glad it's not the fully metalized, as I don't believe that that would have been screen accurate. The way they have done it is exactly how I hoped they would do it, and I just think it looks absolutely incredible. The intricate details really shine through all over, from the cockpit to the little compartments, the gun cabinet. It all looks brilliant. I have various images of this Razor Crest, so what I'm going to do is make a separate video just showcasing the images of the Razor Crest, so be sure to look out for that on my channel. Moving on to the Retro Collection. Now if you had watched my Q&A video at the weekend, you will know that I did mention that these figures were going to be revealed. It was very strong rumour that they were going to be revealed. So what do I think about them? Well, if I'm honest, I would prefer Kenner style figures from the original trilogy that we never got back in the day, such as the Sand Trooper, Rebel Fleet Trooper and Uncle Owen and characters like that. But at the same time, I do think they've managed to capture that whole vintage Kenner style perfectly, even including vinyl capes for the Mandalorian, Moth Gideon and Greef Carga. So first up we have the Mandalorian himself, and I really like the look of this one. Of course, over the last few months I've seen many customs of this figure. Loads of different people have done some really good customs, and it's nice to see what Hasbro have come up with, and to be honest, I think it looks great. The paintwork looks great. All the paintwork is in the right places, and of course he comes with his vinyl cape as I just mentioned. He also has 2 accessories with his side blaster and a disintegrator rifle, which is awesome. Next up is IG-11, and this one's great because it reminds me so much of the vintage Kenner IG-88. Looks absolutely fantastic. He has his little ammo straps and everything there, and comes with the heavy blaster, and essentially I like the paint scheme they've gone with. It's a good silver for him, and yeah, just as I say, looks like IG-88 and a fantastic 5POA figure. Cara June has really great detail for a vintage style figure. I do love her outfit and the tattoo on her arm. Trying to work out if the tattoo on her face is present. She comes with 2 accessories, a small blaster and the larger one that she uses in the final episode when escaping the bar. Queel for me is the weakest of all the figures. It's a bit disappointing as he's such a great character. I'm not too happy with the two-tone outfit that they've gone with him. The head sculpt could have been better. To me it looks a bit soft and nowhere near as detailed as like the vintage Ugnaught from 40 years ago, which is such a shame because I was really looking forward to this one the most. Also in the line we have Greef Carga, and what I like about this one is that they have based it on his look from series 2. See, as you can see there, he does have the grey goatee little beard thing, and he also comes with a vinyl cape just like Vader and Obi-Wan and Lando did back in the vintage Kenner days. So awesome version of Greef Carga there. Same goes for Moth Gideon, really great looking figure, bags of detail, and the head sculpt for him is spot on for a basic 5POA figure. The Moth Gideon figure is armed with a small blaster, but unfortunately no sign of the dark saber. I feel it would have been a really nice thing to have it as an extension of his arm, just like the original Luke Skywalker and Vader figures from back in the day. Bit of a shame on that count, but we can't have everything. And of course we do also have the child. That's right, we are getting a vintage Kenner, and even though I really don't like the word, retro style Baby Yoda with his crib and frog. I think he does look pretty cool, and it's obviously good to have him in the line, but looking at all these figures it's quite obvious to me that there is one missing, and that is the Stormtrooper or Remnant Stormtrooper. And to get that figure you're going to have to buy the Monopoly game. Now, I only found this out by getting the press release and the images. So here is the image of the card back for the Remnant Stormtrooper. You can see that they've used exactly the same image that they used for the Vintage Collection version. So as I say, you will need to buy the Monopoly game to get that figure. Now at the time of recording this video, we are yet to see the card backs. I imagine they might be holding those back so not to spoil future figures from the Vintage Collection. And there's no doubt they will use the same card backs like they did with the Retro Collection and Black Series Snowtrooper Luke Skywalker, and of course the Remnant Stormtrooper that we've just seen. Now onto the Black Series, and there's only a couple of things announced for the Black Series. And finally we do have the much rumoured Mandalorian build-up pack. That includes Din Djarin in his Beskar armour with removable helmet, the child with crib and a tracking fob. So you pretty much get everything you need for this duo, except perhaps for the Razor Crest itself, and maybe the Beskar credits holder that comes with the Vintage Collection version. Now I'm not too sure about the head sculpt on this one. To me he does look a little bit too podgy, bit of a shame really for Pedro Pascal. I don't really think it's a very good representation of the actor. Next up in the Black Series we have the Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike set, which includes the child in a little satchel. It seems that everything we get these days has a child included, but it's a great looking speeder, and one I hope that they do bring out in the 3 3/4 inch Vintage Collection line. Hopefully we'll get a speeder bike in that line, it's about time, and that awesome Remnant Scout Trooper. Anyway, that's it for this week's Mando Monday and for this video, and I'm sure you will agree there was plenty revealed for us to look forward to, and they have left us in no doubt that their primary focus is The Mandalorian. Thank you very much for watching this video. Drop a like down below if you've enjoyed it, and we shall see you on the next one.